My name is Penny ST, and I'm the host for Peace with Penny. In this Tuesday's episode, we'll be celebrating our third anniversary of Peace with Penny. 2024 will be an exciting year filled with new opportunities and, most importantly, new interviews with activists working in organizations for peace. Folks willing to set aside their very valid grievances, some who've even lost children to the conflict, and realize retaliation can't bring their loved ones back, and they move forward working with one another to try and make their neighborhoods safe to live in. Even during war, when emotions are high, we know Israelis and Palestinians want peace. Peace is the only means to an acceptable future that makes sense, the only solution that can bring the violence to an end. The organizations we interview work hard every day to move closer to achieving peace at the grassroots level. Why not join us as we recap many of the peace organizations that we've been privileged to speak with this past year? Listen to some that we interviewed between January and October, and others after October 7th. How have they been impacted by the war? These NGOs approach peace from many different angles: medicine, the environment, music, art, communication, education, academia, women's rights, sports, language, health and interfaith dialogue, even using cartoons, sometimes concentrating on specific communities, and for all ages, adults or kids, with education in schools and in summer camp, trying to reach everyone, including the younger generation who will be tasked with trying to solve this mess. The government leaders on both sides seem to have different priorities, and shamefully, neither seems to have the health of their people as their highest obligation. It's been a decade now that I've been working on peace, which seems unbelievable. I love what I do and consider it a privilege to speak with these incredible peacemakers. Besides writing Blasted from Complacency, A Journey from Terror to Transformation in Israel, and becoming a Jewish National Fund speaker, 3 years ago, I started Peace with Penny and built a platform to get the word out that there is hope and peace is possible, even during a war. Hundreds of Israelis and Palestinians work together toward a future when their kids can play safely in their backyards. Peace with Penny is happy to share the stories of the essential peace work that these organizations provide. And we have a library of over 100 interviews that can be found on our YouTube channel or at www.penny.com, like my name, under podcasts. It was my teacher, Jean Houston's idea. She's a world-renowned public figure, author of over 30 books, and a leading authority in the human potential movement. Because of her teachings, I was able to take my dream and make it a reality. As she would say, the universe will dream a bigger dream for you than you can imagine. Does war make it harder? Of course, but thankfully not impossible. Do all these members of these organizations continue to work together during these times? No, but many do. Some are grieving. Others on both sides have had to leave their homes searching for safety. Many have been called into the military or are filling in the gaps of jobs abandoned to defend their country. And the peace organizations say that getting the word out that people on both sides want peace is more important than ever. But you may be asking yourself, why did I, a Jewish American living safely thousands of miles away from Israel, get involved with working on peace? I'll tell you. It was the summer of 2014, and for my son's bar mitzvah present, just like many Jewish parents, we wanted him to bond with the Holy Land. Oh, it worked perhaps too well. My husband had stayed back at the hotel, and our friends, my son and I, had just stopped in a pharmacy.
Run to the bomb shelter, sweetie, please hurry. I didn't hear the sirens at first, but the Israelis did. They're used to hearing these things. We ran to the back of the storeroom. It was a 12-foot by 24-foot windowless bomb shelter. My heart's pounding. Boom! Boom! I hear it and feel the percussion of the exploding bombs. I'm trying not to get sick. I look at my 13-year-old son and I think I'll never forgive myself if something happens to him.
That's an excerpt from a speech I gave to the Orange County Jewish Bar Association. It was the first, but not the last time we had to run to a bomb shelter. Our adventure and my transformation is also the subject of my book, Blasted from Complacency, A Journey from Terror to Transformation in Israel. There is no chapter in a parenting book on what to do when a war starts and you're on a family vacation. Think touring extraordinary and sacred sites mixed with cowering in bomb shelters. I'm still trying to get over the Jewish guilt of taking my son to war for his bar mitzvah present. The impact of being human targets helped me understand the plight of Israelis living like this, and it also made me want to work on peace. How Israel is often described on the news is not what I'd seen with my own eyes. And I felt Palestinian parents also preferred their children playing safely in their backyards. The missiles exploded just near enough to blow apart my world as I knew it, forever changing me. And you'd never recognize my life today with what it was like then. I believe I found my life's purpose. We hope you can join us and celebrate Peace with Penny's 3rd anniversary. If you've missed any Peace with Penny episodes, you can always see the recordings on our Peace with Penny YouTube channel or at www.penny.com under podcasts. Last week's episode was about Abdel Rahman Sultan of EcoPeace Middle East, who combines saving the environment with working on peace, and both ultimately save lives. As you can see, there's always something interesting to learn while watching Peace with Penny. Thank you, and may you live in peace, shalom, and salam.